The Minnesota Timberwolves are getting contributions from a lot of different players this year. Now, last year, if you would have taken a look at the leaderboard standings, you would have seen the popular names of guys like Ricky Rubio and Karl Anthony Towns dominating nearly every category. This year, however, if you take a look at the statistics, there's a myriad of Timberwolves who are leading in different categories. Guys like Karl Anthony Towns still finding their names up there, but he's joined now by a new teammate, Jimmy Butler, along with some other guys. Now, Jimmy Butler leading in points per game on average with 21.6. Karl Anthony Towns using that height of his in the paint to average nearly 12 rebounds per game. And now these young guns aren't the only guys finding themselves on the stat sheets, as veteran leadership is also being seen this year. Guys like Taj Gibson leading at 57% in the field, and from the free throw line, Jamal Crawford shooting at 91%. This depth and talent that the Timberwolves have this season has brought them very far, and with still half a season to go plus the playoffs, we'll see what it does for them in the second half of the season. Up next in this homestand for the Minnesota Timberwolves is the New York Knicks. The Wolves a perfect 3 for 3 on the homestand so far and have won 10 of their last 13 games. This is the first time the Wolves will be meeting up with the Knicks this season after dropping two straight and back-to-back games against them last year. Now the Knicks not having the greatest season, only winning 2 of their last 10, and with the return of Jeff Teague this week for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's going to be a tough matchup for them tonight. Jeff Teague in his second game back from injury, he played 26 minutes against the Thunder the other night, shooting 3 of 6 for a total of 8 points on the night. Now, those are some lower numbers than we would normally see from him, but with still a way to go on his return from injury, we'll see how he improves through the rest of the week here. Either way, it's going to be a fun matchup between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the New York Knicks as the Wolves look for their fourth straight win. At about the halfway point of the season this year, the Minnesota Timberwolves are playing some of the best basketball we've seen them play in a long time. At this point last season, the Wolves only had 13 wins. This season, however, they have 27. Not only are the Wolves winning more games, but they're beating tough competition. Earlier this week, the Wolves took on LeBron James and the defending champs, the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Wolves held James to only 10 points in the game, the lowest point total James has had in a game all season, and only the 8th time he's had less than 20 points in a game all season. Not only this, but the Wolves beat the Cavs by a 28-point differential, the biggest point differential the Cavs have seen in a loss this year. This, along with the Wolves' win against the Thunder after this game, are big confidence boosters for the Wolves moving into the remainder of the season and will really give them confidence as they look to maintain their footing in the playoff race.